Welcome everybody to my channel, Movies with Vasquez. In my channel, I'm going to do a little bit something different than other channels do. A lot of channels already put out great content, grading movies, whether it be their video quality, audio quality, their Dolby Atmos surround sound, and how movies actually sound on a home theater setup. Me myself, I'm gonna be adding a little bit something a little different to what everyone else is doing. When I first started collecting 4K media, I had just purchased an LG C1 OLED TV 77 inch along with a Costco Klipsch surround sound system. And when I first started buying media, I was just grabbing everything that I could get my hands on. I was looking at reviews. I was saying if the video is good and the audio is good, I had to have it. And that was one of my biggest mistakes that I made. I ended up buying a lot of media that I wasn't really interested in. It looked great on my system. Like I said, I have an OLED TV with a surround sound system, so it looked great, sounded great, the image was good, the audio was good, because people had already reviewed those films and gave them grades. So I was just taking the highest graded films. And when I came to really evaluate my collection, I was collecting things that I wasn't gonna watch, things that I wasn't interested in. I just wanted to have the best movies and best films to get the most out of my home theater system. And that really was going about my collection the wrong way. I'm someone that doesn't want to collect something just to have it in my collection. I want to collect something that I'm actually going to pick up and watch and get use out of it. If it's just taking up space and taking up my money, I don't want to collect it. And I don't really think there's that channel out there that really covers how good a film is, whether it's worth watching or worth purchasing. Now, some films I would watch but not purchase. I do want to watch some things on streaming services, and I do want to buy things physically to own them in my collection. And there's a difference between that, because I don't want to be overwhelmed by my collection to the point where I have to find storage for my media and I have to buy shelves and start having space taken up in my house. I want to have a media collection that it's quality over quantity. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's people out there that go out every weekend and buy the newest 4K, newest Blu-ray, and that's fine. There's people that have collections that collect movies just to collect them. Me, myself, I don't have a lot of time to watch every single movie. In fact, I do have movies in my collection that I haven't even opened yet, that I haven't gotten to watch yet. And that's the reason why I'm very selective with the movies that I purchase. And that's why I wanted to create this channel to share with you guys my opinion. Now, your opinion might be different from my opinion, but based on my channel, the more and more you watch of my content, you're going to get to realize what style of movies I like compared to the style of movies you like. And based on that, you can make your decision on whether you want to purchase a movie that maybe I liked and maybe you think you might like, or maybe that I disliked and maybe you think you will like. So this is going to help us more budgeted people that don't have a lot to spend on physical media, but we want someone else's opinion on whether we should make that purchase or not. Maybe we go to Best Buy once out of the month and we just have maybe 2 films that we buy per month, unlike some people that go every weekend and buy everything that comes out. Everyone's budget's different. Everyone's collection is different. My collection is going to be more centered to movies that I like, not just movies that are rated high in video and audio quality, because when I first started collecting my media, um, like I said, I was buying these movies that, for example, Aquaman is one of the highest ranked movies when it comes to video and audio, and I found myself watching other films that weren't rated so high, but the quality of the movie just spoke to me way more than Aquaman would, that I found myself watching other films that maybe weren't even 4K. For example, Ready Player One is one of my very favorite films, and I don't even have it in 4K. I have it in Blu-ray, and I still watch it all the time just because to me that's such a great movie that I don't care if I have it on 4K, if I have it on VHS, like it's gonna be a great movie every time I put it on. So I find myself watching it over and over compared to something like Aquaman that I might just pull out maybe every 2 years. Aquaman is a great movie, but I think just with a lot of superhero fatigue movies that have been released year after year, we all have that superhero fatigue that maybe I won't just watch it as often as I would watch a movie maybe like Jaws, maybe like Ready Player One, and movies like that. Um, Also, there are plenty of movies that are releasing on 4K that I've never even watched. A movie like Heat, I watched Heat for the first time when I purchased it on 4K. That was a great buy for me. Um, there's movies that I haven't watched that I didn't really enjoy. Maybe Casablanca. Casablanca wasn't really something I was interested in. Sure, it looked great, and maybe it's the greatest it's ever looked before, but I wasn't really interested in it. It didn't really catch my attention. I didn't really enjoy watching that, and that's what I want to share with you guys on my channel. I want to give you guys my experience and give you my recommendations. Whether you buy it or not, it's going to be up to you, but I'm just going to share my experiences. And we're also going to build a community. I'm going to give you my opinion. You guys could give me your opinion in the comments below, and then people could go down there and read your comments. Maybe your review of the movie is way better than my review, and it could convince someone else to purchase the movie, and then it turns out to be a great movie for them, and then you guys could communicate in the comments below, and we build a community that way where you could check the comments, check my review, and go to the store and make the purchase based on how you feel about a movie. How I see a movie is going to be way different than how everyone else sees a movie. Everyone has their own opinion. A little bit about myself, guys. I am a dad. I am a girl dad. I have 2 daughters. They are very young, so I will be watching a lot of Disney movies. A lot of princess movies are going to be watched. I am a United States Navy veteran. I was a medic in the Navy, so that would be a corpsman. If anyone of you guys know what a corpsman is, it pretty much translates to a medic in the Navy. Right now, I am a college student. I am going full-time to school. I'm in a nursing program, and I'm about halfway through my nursing program. So when I'm watching films, I'm very critical about military films and action films where there's bodily harm caused. For example, in Scream, if you guys have seen Scream 6, there at the end there's this scene where someone goes through some knife trauma, and whether they survive is very questionable. In my professional experience, I don't think that person would survive. If you guys have watched the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's a movie, and I think things like that, because of my career background, take away from the movie, where I'm just like, hey, that wouldn't actually happen. For example, another example that where my career path makes me question the way the movie went. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. For one, Jake Gyllenhaal is way too handsome to be playing that role. Every scene that he was in, he looked like a GQ model from his outfit to his tactical gear. There's no way someone's gonna be wearing that stuff out in Garrison in real life. And whenever he was in camouflage, and there was this scene where he has his backpack on, he has red tape wrapped around the zippers. So this is done so that whenever you're moving around in your tactical gear, you don't want to make a lot of noise and catch someone's attention that you're trying to be stealthy around. So he had red tape. In a real world scenario, that tape would have been green, because let's say, for example, a sniper is looking out into the distance and all of a sudden everything's green, you're wearing camo, the camo's doing its job, but you see red. Red is not a color that would have been available out in the desert like that. You're looking more at your browns, your tans, your greens, whatever the colors may be. And red wouldn't be a color that you would tape your bag with, because it stands out. So that's just one of the things I notice as a military veteran, as someone that's been in the medical field. But that doesn't take away from me enjoying a movie. I still really enjoyed Scream 6, regardless of that cheesy scene that I talked about in the end of the movie. But I do think that Scream 6 had a very pivotal point where it went from being a great movie to it didn't really end that well. The very first start of Scream 6 was awesome, and I was really into it. I was enjoying it. And then the end, not only did the ending really fall off with the script, but the acting of the main protagonist at the end, I felt was terribly done. And if you guys have seen Scream 6, you know what I'm talking about. Guy Ritchie as well. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, aside from the aesthetics and things that I could look past, like the red tape, whatever, the visual was really good, even though Jake Gyllenhaal looked like a model out there, even in tactical gear. I'll let all that slide, but I think they failed in the audio mix. The gunfight scenes and the explosions could have had way better audio mix, in my opinion. For example, Heat, a movie that I just recently saw, the gunfight downtown was amazing. Like, whoever did that audio mix, I was not expecting that. And that was the first time I've ever seen the film. And that gun scene is one of the best I've ever heard on my sound system. I recently also purchased The Town. I haven't watched it yet on 4K, but there's a great gun scene on that one. If you guys have seen The Town with Ben Affleck, I'm expecting great things from that scene. Hopefully it lives up to the same as Heat, or even if it doesn't live up to what Heat is, I really enjoy The Town, and that's what I want to share here in this channel. Films like The Town, I'm gonna watch The Town regardless if it's on DVD, if it's on 4K. There's some movies that just the content is just so great that it doesn't really matter if it has the best video or best audio mix. They're just gonna grab your attention and immerse you into that world regardless. Movies like The Matrix, classic movies like The Sandlot. If you grew up watching The Sandlot, that's a classic movie for you as a kid. The Town is a great movie. Scarface is a great movie. Some people really like Jaws. To each his own. People are gonna have their own opinion of the movie itself, but I want to provide my opinion, so hopefully it could help you avoid buying movies that you're not interested. Like, I could have gone without watching Casablanca if someone told me the synopsis and how great the movie actually is. I like the movie Psycho. I like the movie Vertigo. Those are older movies that I really enjoyed, regardless if they're black and white or regardless or if they don't have any crazy action. The story just captivated me more than the story of Casablanca. Um, so that's where I want to stand out from the other channels. And as you could see, my co-host here, Michael Myers, I am also a horror movie fan. I only own the first Halloween movie in 4K, and I've been putting my money more into movies that I haven't watched yet. For example, I bought Sisu on 4K, and it just sounded like a movie that I would be into. People say that it's like a John Wick with Nazis, so I like John Wick. I own all the John Wick sets in 4K, and so I was like, okay, just based on what people have described, it's something that I would be into. So if you guys want a channel that's gonna give you their opinion of whether a movie's worth buying or not, owning or just streaming, that's gonna be me. I'm not scared to give my opinion. Like I said, everyone's gonna have their own taste, and after a while from watching my videos, you're gonna end up knowing what I like and what and how it's different from what you like. And then we're also gonna build that community in the comments to figure out if you really should buy a 4K or skip on it just to save some money. And with that being said, a movie that I have been looking at to buy is The Sandlot. Sandlot was a classic movie for me. I don't know if I should wait for the 4K if there ever is a 4K, or if I should buy the Blu-ray. If any of you guys own The Sandlot in Blu-ray, let me know if it's worth buying on Blu-ray, or maybe just hold out for the slim chance that the 4K comes out. I would be really interested to hear from you guys in the comments. How long have you been collecting 4K media for? For me, it's been about 2 years. I just bought this house 2 years ago, and with it, I bought an OLED TV, Klipsch surround sound system with a Sony receiver, and I do have a review for that. This is my second channel. I do have a car channel. In my car channel, I actually reviewed my surround sound system, and I'll put a card for you guys to watch that video here linked above me, and you guys could go watch that. This is going to be a dedicated channel for movies because I am passionate about movies. I'm also passionate about cars, but for now I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience with 4K media, and I'd like it if you guys hit that subscribe button below. Let me know in the comments what you guys want me to review first. I do have a bunch of movies stacked up that I need to go over with you guys. I have a bunch of movies that I still need to watch on my own and give you guys reviews on. So make sure you hit that like button if you guys like the video, and I'll be putting a lot of more content in the days to come, and I expect to see you guys very soon. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.